This is Valley News Live at noon.
New for you at noon, Bemidji police are still searching for a missing girl, and now they're asking people in the Nymore area and south to Hubbard County Road 9 to check all outbuildings or other areas that can be used for shelter. Nevaeh Kingbird was reported missing in Bemidji back in October. Police say she was last seen in the area of Washington Avenue Southwest and Pine Grove Street Southwest, which is near Southview Terrace. It's believed Nevaeh was wearing a black zip-up hoodie, blue skinny jeans, a white t-shirt or tank top, and black and red Nike sandals. A $1,000 reward is being offered if you submit any information about her disappearance through the Crime Stoppers of Minnesota. And we have new information on a fire that left $10,000 in damages to a South Fargo apartment complex on March 26th. Fire officials say a cardboard box on top of the stove is what started the apartment kitchen on fire. The cause has been ruled unintentional. Officials say the fire put itself out because of a lack of oxygen on the first floor. It's a warm and foggy day, but we're tracking some major changes heading our way. Let's get a quick check of the weather with Summer Schnellbox. Summer?
Thank you so much, JC, and good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. Here's a live look outside at our Grand Forks home of Economy Sky Cam, and those skies are fairly overcast, and parts of the Northern Valley have been dealing with some fog today, especially in the Devil's Lake Basin and parts of northwestern Minnesota, where some fresh snow fell over the weekend. And then we've got that warmer air moving across it. That leads to the development of fog. Right now in Fargo, we are under a mostly cloudy sky, 42 degrees, 43 with sunshine in Jamestown, 37 in Fergus Falls, 39 right now in Grand Forks and Bemidji, 40 in Devil's Lake. And we have a little bit of a wind picking up out of the south, and it'll become increasingly windy later tonight. As for visibility, Oaks is down to 1.3 miles. We're under half a mile up in Langdon. Temperatures are in the 30s and 40s, but we've got some changes, as JC was saying. Warmer today. The wind picks up late, and we have windy conditions with rain developing Tuesday, and then it mixes over to a wintry mix and snow. Hence our first alert weather day for Wednesday. So lots more info on this first alert weather day and the midweek system coming up in just a little bit, JC.
Lots to go over. Thank you, Summer. A Minnesota woman is fighting for her life after being hit by a first responder's vehicle. Police say the victim had gotten out of her car after a crash near Silver Lake, just west of the Twin Cities, Saturday morning, and was hit by a pickup driven by the fire chief of Silver Lake. No other details have been released. And they're calling it the worst case of violence the city of Sacramento has ever seen. 6 people dead, 12 others injured, and none of the multiple shooters in custody. Police are sifting through surveillance video for clues. The chief of police says the scale of violence in the city is unprecedented. Police say they've located hundreds of pieces of evidence, including a stolen handgun. Condemnation of Russia is growing after it appears Russian soldiers left hundreds of civilian bodies in the streets of a city outside of Kyiv. Some of the bodies had their hands tied behind their backs, and we want to warn you, some of this video is disturbing. Reporter Deborah Alfrone has the latest as the war in Ukraine stretches into its 6th week.
Ukrainian officials say they have found more than 400 civilian bodies in towns around the capital, Kyiv. Many left in the street appear to have been shot at close range. Some with their hands tied behind their backs, some burned, some hastily thrown into makeshift graves. This new satellite photo shows what appears to be a mass grave near a church in the town of Bucha. In the village of Kalinivka, Irina Kostenko says Russian soldiers killed her only son, Alexei. She brought his body back to their home in a wheelbarrow to bury him in the garden. The pain is so bad, she says. He was only 27 years old. This man says Russian troops opened fire on anyone in the streets without asking any questions. The situation is coming into focus after Russian troops retreated. Now humanitarian groups are helping those left behind. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is expected to visit the area. Sunday, he accused Russia of genocide on Face the Nation.
We are the citizens of Ukraine, and we don't want to be subdued to the policy of Russian Federation. And this is the reason we are being destroyed. and exterminated.
President Biden called Russian President Vladimir Putin a war criminal several weeks ago and now says that's clear. He did not go so far as to say what's happening in Ukraine is a genocide.
This guy is brutal, and what's happening in Bucha is outrageous. Yes, I'm going to continue to add sanctions.
But so far, sanctions have not stopped Russia's offensive, and Russia's currency has rebounded. Russia calls the video of bodies from outside of Kyiv staged and fake. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.
Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson is one step closer to becoming the first African-American woman to be a Supreme Court justice. The Senate Judiciary Committee has begun debate on her nomination to the Supreme Court. Republicans on the committee say Judge Jackson's judicial philosophy makes her underqualified to take the bench, but they don't have the votes to block her from moving forward. The full Senate vote is expected to fall largely along party lines, but at least one Republican says she'll vote to confirm Judge Jackson. Coming up at noon, are you trading cryptocurrency? Well, you might want to watch out. Criminals are taking advantage of the popular trend. But next, major weather changes are heading our way. Summer Schnellbach is in with what's to come.